Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm here with my sim self, which as per usual means one thing: it's long play time. And I'm very excited for today's long play because we're going to be doing more of a 60s retro-y kind of nostalgic build, I guess. I've been watching a lot of Mad Men, so I'm very much in the 60s mind space right now, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. So if that sounds like something you're interested in watching, then make sure you grab yourself a drink, a snack, a blanket, get comfy, and let's get into it. Okay, so today we're going to be building in the world of Oasis Springs. I'm kind of in that more like starter neighborhood area, and where I'm building, it's Raffia Quinta? I don't know. But there's usually a house on this lot. I just bulldozed it and I'm gonna put my own build on here. And there is a reference photo that I'm using, so I'll go ahead and put that up on the screen now so you can see what I'm building. And yeah, I tried to dress up my sim in as 60s of a fashion as I could get. I feel like it's kind of giving more 50s, but I don't know, you get the gist. I feel like she looks really cute in this. I love this dress so much. I think it's adorable. But anyways, enough yapping. I think it's time we start building. So yeah, this is like a 20 by 15 lot, so it's very tiny, but I think it should work for what I want to do. I actually kind of like pre-built this and then bulldozed it just to make sure I had a sense of like how it, like if it was going to work on this lot or whatnot, because I didn't want to have to switch that in the middle of a recording. So yeah, looking at the photo, there's like 3 kind of main segments to the house, so I'm just gonna try and add those. And I need to make sure that on this side of the house I leave enough of a bump out so that I can put the stairs. My sim is kind of like directly blocking my house, so I'm actually just gonna teleport her over here so that we can get a better sense of the house without interruptions. Also, the lighting on this lot is terrible. The light comes from behind the house instead of the front, so that's a little bit annoying, but I guess I could just build backwards and then rotate it afterwards, and that way we get some sunlight on the front. But yeah, right away this is already not fitting how I want it to be, so I think this one needs to come out. I'd maybe make this one 5, this one 4, 3. Yeah, I think this is a little bit better, and then we will again just shift it over this way so I can put stairs on this side. And then realistically, like, that's kind of the whole shell, and there is like a floor plan for this, and it does tell me that the back is just kind of flat, but I don't really know if I want that. I'm gonna like kind of work on the floor plan to help me figure out what the shell is going to be like, because I want to make sure everything will fit. So just to get a sense of scale and whatnot, I'm going to take a couch, literally any couch, doesn't matter, and I'm just gonna put it in. And okay, so like for living room size I feel like this could work, but the kitchen's gonna be really small, so I'm gonna make this one larger back there. And then I'm also thinking of putting a basement in here, so that might be a possibility. Originally it's like bedroom, 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 then the bathroom's here, and then it's kitchen, but I think I'll make it like a 2-bedroom and put the bathroom over here, and then we can have the stairs to the basement in this little nook here, if that makes sense. And then maybe this could be like the parents' bedroom because it's ever so slightly bigger. I just need a bed for scale. That's still like walkable and whatnot, so that should work. And then this could be like a kid or a teen's bedroom. And yeah, and I think for kitchen this will be fine. Bathroom, this is probably pretty good. It's a pretty big hallway here. Maybe let's see, you're supposed to be able, from the living room, you're supposed to get through the kitchen, but I could maybe put the door to the kitchen over here instead. well, I don't think it'd be an actual door. Like, it'd probably be an archway, but, oops. Like, maybe I have the entrance to the kitchen here instead of on this side. Or do I like it on this side? I might actually kind of like it there. And then we would, of course, have a door on the side here. And as I mentioned in the intro, I've been watching a lot of Mad Men, as in it's been 2 days and I've already finished the first season. So yeah, but I don't know if you guys watch Mad Men, but like this floor plan that I'm looking at is pretty accurate to how their house is, though their house is like a lot bigger. But in terms of like, there's a side door that comes through the kitchen and then like that leads into the living room, so that's kind of nice because I feel like I'm doing something right. But the photo I'm looking at is like a vintage like drawing and floor plan layout. Like I feel like it was like an actual pitch for a house design in the 60s or something, or it might be, I'm pretty sure it's 60s, but I could be wrong. It at least looks like nostalgic and whatnot. But okay, I'm kind of losing the plot on the build. I want to be able to like build and yap about things, but when I start yapping, like I stop building. But I really wish I was better at that. Let's see, can I put it there? Okay. I kind of want this to have like a door going down there, so it kind of like separates it. I'm obviously gonna like switch out these doors and whatnot, but this is just to get like a sense. It's kind of a lot of doors right there though, huh? I don't think, maybe do it more like this. I just don't like how many doors there are, like just in this one section. But I don't want to put the door to the bathroom in the kitchen because that's kind of yucky. Oh well, maybe I just have to embrace it. I don't know, we can figure it out, but I think a floor plan like this will work quite well. And yeah, do I want to make this a little bit smaller? Because I'll probably just put like a single bed in there. And then maybe that could give us a back patio. This leads out. I don't know, I just think it might give us like a bit of a nicer shape, but at the same time, with the way the roof is supposed to be, I might want it to all be flat in the back. But yeah, okay. We'll let's actually like test out the roofing now and see. So pretty much it's, what is this, gabled? Yeah, it's like one gabled roof going across, and it's a lot lower than this, maybe like that. And then it's another gabled roof going this way. That's supposed to cover the whole building, which is why it might look kind of weird if this has like a bump out. But maybe it's not so bad if I just drag this in to kind of hide that. I mean, I feel like it could kind of work. And then we could put like a patio here. If the patio's there, I don't really want to put like windows on this side of the room, because then, like, say like your parents are out here barbecuing, you don't really want them to be able to like peer into your room. At least I wouldn't. So maybe I'll just try and like focus the windows on, I'm not using these windows, it's just temporary, on this side here. But I do like the idea of them having like a smaller room, so I think I will keep that. And I guess the roofing does work like that. I don't know if originally it was supposed to be more like this, but I mean, that could kind of work, but it's kind of weird. I think I prefer the other way better. And also because I don't like how this looks like how it's cutting off this roof piece. So I'm going to show you a little trick. So what you're going to want to do is first make this smaller, and then you're going to hold shift and click this, this little like half arrow and drag that in. And now you see there's like no clipping here. And then so you're going to take this piece again and you're going to duplicate it to the other side. And you're going to take this half arrow and you're going to hold shift and you're going to bring it in. And then just like that, we have a fixed roof. What shift does is it allows you to move one side without moving the other. Whereas if you don't hold shift, it moves both sides. So that's a little build tip for you. Yeah, I think it's a very basic roof, but that's okay. I think it works. I might bring this down just one more. Or actually, if you hold Alt, you can really get specific with the pitch of your roof. So that's what I'm doing here, just to have it be kind of like flush in the same height. And then now I'm going to bring in the like front deck area. And I think I will raise it up now. It's not a super high platform, maybe like 2 or 3 steps. And the steps are brick, so I'm gonna put those in now. Something like that. And then we can go ahead and attach the brick stairs there as well. I'd put that in the reference photo, the stairs are coming down this way, but with the way the lot works, like you can't have anything touching this like outer last square if it's like a construction piece, I guess, if that makes any sort of sense. So we will have to leave that. But I think with a very basic, it's raised here because of the basement, but that's okay. We can like hide that with landscaping. With a very basic shell done, I think we can go ahead and start adding the little details. And I think since I'm basically just copying the reference photo for this outside, I don't really know if I need to like talk through it, because I do want to like yap about things, but I also want to make sure you guys are like following along with what I'm doing. If you like wanted an explanation, that is. Oh, you know what we need to do is we need to take a like little platform piece and we need to put it on the top here, because I'll show you why. Because when you do this, you can see like you can look through the roof right there, and that looks not the best. So we're gonna put a little like platform piece there, and then it fills it in. And then you can also, since Horse Ranch got updated, you can paint the ceiling. So we will do that after the fact, but that just makes it look a little bit more polished and whatnot. So the house is yellow siding, and this base game one works perfectly. Like it's the exact tone. I have like another option, which would be the growing together one, but you can see that's like a lot orangier. It's more of like a marigold than like a pastel yellow. So I'm gonna go with the base game one. And then I'm also going to try and find a brick option. In this reference photo, it's looking like more of a dark reddy brown brick, but I would say it's leaning more on the red side. So I'm kind of thinking the city living one. I have like a brown city living one, which I do really like the variety in the brick tones. This red one feels too pink. This one looks a bit more cartoony. That one's too orange. That one's too brown. I feel like this one's kind of my best bet right now, so I'm gonna go with this. This one is from City Living. I think I mentioned that, but just in case I didn't. Yeah, that one's from City Living. And then on the roof pieces, instead of being like the yellow siding, it looks like more of just a yellow stucco. So I might see about switching that out, but it is like the same tone. These are slightly different, so if I can't find like an exact match, I'll probably just leave it as the siding, but I feel like it could bring a kind of fun variety to the house. Maybe it'd be under paint. See, that one's a bit too pale. That one's slightly more vibrant, but it could work. Again, too pale. Also a bit too pale. Oh, I feel like that one works pretty well, actually. It's slightly less saturated, but I feel like that's better than the more saturated, if you were to ask me, because it doesn't stand out as much. Let me try that for rent one again. Yeah, that one's just way too saturated. I think I'll go with this then, and we'll just kind of see how we feel about it. And then we can go ahead and have more of a red roof line. When I was doing like the test for this, it was really hard for me to find a roof that I actually kind of liked, because none of them were quite the right tone. Like all the red ones are leaning more purple than they are orange, and that's just not gonna work for me. I think what I ended up landing on was a for rent one, which I'll show in a second, but I just kind of want to run through my options again. Yeah, I think I was gonna go with this orange for rent one. I really liked how worn the shingles looked, but now that I'm looking at it again, I don't know if I love it. Okay, well, I think while I figure this out and just kind of copy the rest of the reference photo, I'm gonna yap a bit because I have things I wanted to talk about. But yeah, again, I'm going to talk about Mad Men. If you guys don't know what Mad Men is, it's like a TV series. I think it started in like 2007, but it's basically set in the 60s in like this ad agency company, and it's kind of like a drama. I kind of like this roof, but I've kind of gotten hooked on it. I didn't know if it was kind of hard to get into because it's very historically accurate in terms of the 60s and like how people were treated back then, like be it like a woman or like people of a different race, you know. So it's kind of like kind of hard to get into. However, I love the 60s aesthetic in terms of like houses and fashion and like hairstyles and stuff, so I will watch any show related to that. But this one is very I don't know if I want to use the word triggering, but it's very realistic. I guess it's just the best way I can put it. Especially because it takes place in like an office, right? And the dynamic between like men and women in the office was kind of messed up back then. So there's a lot of like sexism and stuff, you know? And it's kind of hard to watch, but at the same time I'm just like waiting for there to be like a woman character who like liberates herself, you know? So that's what I'm holding out for. But yeah, it is like a very well done show, I would say. And I actually find like the advertising portion pretty interesting. Maybe it's because I'm like a creative person myself, but I love a good creative problem solving solution sort of thing. So that's been kind of fun. But yeah, the whole aesthetic of it is just like the 60s, like with the cars and the homes and all of that is so scrumptious to me. I don't know if you guys have ever watched The Marvelous Miss Maisel, but that one also takes place in the 60s. That is such a good show. Highly recommend. And that one, there's a lot more female empowerment, so I'm all for it. But yeah, that one's very well done. It's very funny and heartwarming. This one is just like Mad Men's more like drama filled and whatnot. I think that was kind of the whole spiel I wanted to say about Mad Men, but pretty much that's why I'm building a 60s home right now, is because I'm like deep in that 60s brain rot aesthetic. The house looks something like this. now that there is no like white trim going along, but I kind of like the addition that adds. And right now I'm using the high school years windows because literally they're my favorite windows of all time, and I have such a hard time using any other type of window, but they just are so good. I don't know why I would use a different one. And I feel like they work pretty well for this build because they've got that like you can pull them up, and that's what this photo looks like they would be able to do. Now on the photo, the windows are set off to the side like this on both of them, but I feel like that looks kind of goofy, so I think I'll just kind of do it myself. I can either do it too spaced out like this, or I can push them together. Maybe I will push them together. And also I was trying to like mimic the door, but I feel like none of these are quite right. I could use, maybe the blue one is good. Originally I thought the green was better, but maybe the blue's more accurate. It has like these 3 cutouts, and I don't have an exact door like that, but this is like a fairly good match. I don't know if I like the blue. Like I think I might, oh, I could do red. But I also kind of like the green. I kind of like the warmth that has. And there's also some pillars. They just look like plain white ones here that kind of line it like this. I think that's nice. And then we'll put some brick on the floor as well. Not to bring it back to Mad Men again, it's just all I've been thinking about recently, but if any of you guys have watched that, please let me know. Well, but don't spoil anything for me, please. I just started season 2 last night, so I'm still like in early days. I was trying to find like a good platform paint, but these actually, maybe this just like stucco one could work. Oh, I really wish there was just like a yellow one. The beige works, I suppose. So maybe I'll just go with that, because there's really no real like trim around the platform of this house. It's just the siding all the way down. But since I wanted to have stairs and whatnot, I kind of have to pick a platform paint, so I think I'll just go with this one. Also, there's technically only like 2 pillars in the front here. I might just make it 3 anyways. I really can't decide about this door, but also, is this too big of a gap here? Like, should this come one forward? I feel like maybe it should, but I don't really want it to. Also, there's only 3 windows, but should I make it 4? No, I'll stick with the 3. And for the roof trim, I kind of just went with the basic one, because this one doesn't have much of a roof trim, but maybe I should make it more of like a brown instead or something, so it kind of blends in with the roof a bit more. I don't know if I like that. I think the white's better. But I kind of like that it has like this bevel in it, even though that's like the default swatch. That's kind of why I'm struggling to decide whether I will use that roof trim or not. Okay, I'm just gonna use it. I feel like I kind of like it for this house. But that's basically like what the front portion looks like, minus like the landscaping and stuff. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and put the windows everywhere else that I think they need to be. I'm gonna do this based on how it looks on the inside. Maybe we could do it 2 like this. Or should it be 2 together? Maybe I like the 2 together better. I could put a window on this side, and then maybe they just have like a curtain or something. This could be fun if I put it here, because then they could like escape out of it, you know, because this in case you didn't know, the high school years window has a function where your Sims can use it as though it's like a door or something, so like your teen Sims can sneak out. So that might actually be kind of fun, and then I'll just put like a curtain or something, though if there is a curtain I'm not sure if it like affects the functionality of it, but only one way to find out, I guess. And for the kitchen, I think maybe I want to go with a slightly different style of window at the back here, so that when I put counters and stuff, it's not clipping into the window. So I kind of need something that sits a little bit higher and is a bit shorter. I feel like the paneling on that one's not quite right for what I want. Like, I almost want it to be like this, but slightly bigger, which we do have. Like, we have these ones here, or these definitely sit higher. I could use like 2 of these. But if that's the case, I can't really put cabinets. Let me just do a little tester run. So I'm gonna put the... So it sits nice with like the counters, but the cabinets would be the problem. I guess I could use like half tile. Wow. I could use a half tile, but I feel like a 60s kitchen requires the full tile. Let me do a little sample. Oops. Because I could do this instead, or I don't think those really work. This one would be nice with the little 2 tiles. I feel like that's kind of a nice little addition. What if I used that more like sliding, this one here from Snowy Escape? Oh, I do like that. I want them to be like centered with the kitchen. Or well, centered with the kitchen, but also centered with the wall. I feel like that works. Does it look good from the outside? I think so. I think that's cute. We could use the same kind of window in the bathroom. Oops. Oh, I thought I deleted the wall for a second. Maybe we just use like one of these little windows in the bathroom. The back of the house is gonna look a little bit quirky, but I think that's okay. On the picture, the windows here and the windows here don't match. Like, there's kind of like a special, it almost looks like stained glass, I guess, at that window. Oh, you know what I'm missing? Is they have like their dining nook right here, but I don't really think that's gonna fit. So I've kind of neglected to put a dining room. Maybe the dining room has to go like in this hallway here. So instead of like separating the living room, we can put the dining room right here. I knew there was something I was forgetting. Yeah, but they put their dining space in the kitchen. We'll see what's possible, but I guess we could put a little table and chairs there. But for the kitchen window, like the little side kitchen window, I want something that's gonna feel kind of special. I mean, I could use this one, but I feel like that doesn't really match the aesthetic. Or I could just use like a 1 tile window. Or do I use this window? I kind of like that window. I mean, it's definitely a lot bigger than what the reference picture is showing, but I feel like it's kind of nice. Okay, and then I guess now that all the windows are in place and whatnot, it's probably time to detail. I'm also going to give the patio some stairs. And since I'm gonna like move on to like landscaping and whatnot, I think, well, actually I'll detail the house, then I'll do landscaping. But after I detail the house, I'll probably rotate it so that we're facing the correct way on the lot. Okay, so in terms of detailing, there is like a little planter box right here, then some planters under the windows, then some like vent things up here, and a drain pipe and a chimney. So I'm gonna go ahead and add all of those items. I'm just gonna go one by one, starting with the chimney. I feel like this one can work pretty well. I'd say that's basically where it is. Maybe it moves up one, then that makes it really tall. So I kind of like the lower sitting one, so I guess we'll leave it there. I could also just add a satellite dish as a little extra detailing on the roof. And then for the vents, we will need a wall sculpture, and we'll use this one. I might size it down one because it's looking a little big for the pitch of this roof. On the reference photo, they are more yellow, like they blend into the wall a bit more, but I don't like this shade of yellow compared to the rest of it, so I'm just going to keep it white. And then we have our drain pipe from Get Together, but I think I need a slightly longer version. Never mind, it's only doing that because of the trim. Again, this is also yellow, but once again, I don't like the yellow. Well, I guess it's technically orange. So we're just going to keep it with the white. And then I might even shift it over a little bit more. And I guess we also need the planter boxes. I'm not really sure which ones I want to use. They're not under this window. They're only under this one. I think maybe just the base game ones could work nice. These don't really feel right. This is definitely too tutory. Yeah, I feel like these ones are probably our best bet. Oops. And I might actually raise them up, just hitting Control 9, maybe 2 times. So for some reason, my landlord's moving furniture right now, so if you hear like a random sound, that's probably what it is. Okay, I could make them yellow or red. Red definitely pops, or I just make them white. I kind of like the red, truthfully. But is it too much? It could be too much. Let's try just the white for now. We'll let that simmer. Or I think maybe I don't like the red with the green door. But if I change the door to red, maybe I like it. But do I like it the door better with some contrast, you know? Or I make the flowers blue. Nah. This is very tricky. Let's just try the green for now. We'll let it marinate and we'll come back to it. But pretty much that's all the detailing the picture has. But I think maybe, I don't know how worn down I want this build to be. So I don't know if I should add any of like these scrapes and stuff. I don't know if it's like a pristine 60s home or if it's more of like a rundown 60s home. But I feel like just for detailing purposes, it might be nice to have a couple of little marks here and there, just to add a bit of realism. But yeah, I think this is kind of the direction I'm gonna go with all the homes in this Oasis Springs neighborhood. I'm gonna go for more of that like 60s, 70s feel. Even if the furnishing isn't necessarily that, though, I don't know, I feel like I probably will make it that, but at least on the exterior, everything's going to be more like 60th century, mid-century kind of. I think I completely messed up that sentence. 60s, 70s, mid-century kind of stuff. I think it's mainly because the neighborhood's already kind of like that. Like, I didn't build these ones here, so the neighborhood already has that type of feel. So I think I'm just kind of gonna lean into that because I can't really imagine this neighborhood as anything else other than that. So yeah, I'm just trying to find like some good scrapes and stuff. Oh, maybe I want to use some werewolves. Okay, I still feel like it's missing a little bit of something. I wouldn't mind giving it a house number. I don't really have much of an aspiration to own the Lovestruck expansion pack, but there is like a couple items in there that I do really want, like the candles and the house numbers. But my only issue with the house numbers in that pack is that they're actual numbers instead of being like a Simlish version of numbers, and I don't really like when they do that. It kind of takes me out of like the I don't know, out of the game, I guess. I feel less immersed with that. But I think I could do something like this. I feel like having the mailbox at the end of the drive is a lot more realistic, but I want some detailing on this front bit here, so I'm just gonna put it there anyways. I think maybe something that could spruce this up is if I put a light above here. I wonder if I should put an air conditioning unit anywhere. Do I want this? I don't think so. Not right now, at least. Okay, I was looking for a little outdoor lamp. I need like a wall sconce version. Oh, also in the last episode, it's a YouTube channel, this isn't a TV series. In my last video, I talked about the new home screen. I have updated my game since then, and I did have the new home screen, and I did hate it. So I got a mod for it. If I can remember, I'll put a link to the mod or like CC that I'm using in the description, but it basically just puts like pretty screenshots from the game as your home screen. The only thing I don't like about the mod is that you can't see your family with those screenshots, and that's kind of the one feature about this new... Why am I in standing lamps? That's kind of the one feature of this update, like homepage update, that I liked. But you know, you win some, you lose some. I think I kind of want to use this one here. But yeah, it's definitely a lot more scenic. One of you left a comment saying that someone said it looks like the Fortnite homepage, and I actually could not agree more. And I really can't unsee it. Every time I looked at it, all I could think of was Fortnite, so I had to change it. It was just like, the colors are just so jarring, you know? Like, it didn't make me feel at peace. It like put me on edge a little bit, so I had to change that. Also, I'm just looking for a roof paint to change the ceiling here. But yeah, I'm happy to say that I have since then remedied my home screen, and I will try my best to put it in the description so you guys can fix yours as well if you want to. Okay, I feel like Should this be on the side though? Maybe that's a bit nicer. Okay, I think that's looking pretty good. Oh yeah, I didn't really change this side door. I kind of just put something in. But I do think I want to change it to be a little bit more simple, I guess. Maybe we could try something like this. Yeah, I like that. And I don't want to put any planter boxes there, right? I think I kind of went over that. So I guess now we have to kind of start doing the landscaping. So I am going to delete this mailbox and rotate the lot. I think I want there to be a little bit more of a front yard than this, so I'm gonna scooch this back a bit. Did that delete my stairs? It did. It did do that. Okay, so I have to bring it forward one more. Oh, that just put it in the same spot. Okay. Oh my gosh. Move the lot. Oh, okay, no, my stairs are still there. That's good. Yeah, maybe instead we will put the stairs facing this way, and then your Sims can like go like this to the backyard. Yeah, okay, I think that's pretty cute. I want one more like, yeah, like scuff there or something. And now I guess we'll just kind of work on the landscaping. So the fence that is being shown in this photo makes me think of the debug fence from Cats and Dogs, but now that I'm realizing the debug and live edit aren't showing up for me, which is kind of strange because I toggled that on and then I restarted my game and now it's not showing up. What if I search debug? I might just have to do this the old-fashioned way. Okay, well, I can at least access it. Can I duplicate things still? No. Okay, well, I think my Better Build by mod is a bit glitched right now then. But we will do this the old-fashioned way. I just need to find the fence that I'm talking about. So this is Get Together. And I'm looking for Cats and Dogs. Okay, here's Cats and Dogs. This is not the fence I want. This is the fence I want. Oh, it's either this or Horse Ranch. I think Horse Ranch has a slightly longer version. So let me look for that actually. Wow, there's a lot of items in here. There's got to be a better way to... Okay, here we go. Wait, that's not quite what I'm thinking. I know it's in here. Yeah, this is what I want. That's actually perfect. So we're gonna need... They're kind of tall though. Like, should I shrink it one? Oh, probably. I don't know how many pieces I'm gonna need. Okay, maybe like that is good. In the photo, the pathway is more like squiggly, but I don't think that's really gonna work for like how much space I have at the front. So I'm just gonna leave it like this. And then at some point it like the hedge takes over rather than the fence. So maybe I'll do that as well. I just want to, I'd rather have more right now and then delete them as needed than coming back and searching because I can't duplicate them right now. Oops. Okay, maybe we'll do it like that. And then for the planter box here, I'm kind of I have to think of how to make this work. If it was a platform, I could do what I was thinking, where I could have like a little half wall situation and then just put some plants in it. But since I'm using platforms or a foundation instead of platforms, I don't think that's gonna work. So I'll need to find some kind of like debug planter box, which I know base game has, but I think it's pre-filled with flowers, which I don't think I want. Alternatively, I could probably just use a fence if I just drag it the correct way. Does this come in a brick version? I want a brick fence. This one? Nope. This one? No. Is there no like low sitting brick fence? Okay, this one's kind of it. Like if I drag it like this and like this, then I can kind of get the planter vibe I want. But I don't like this white part here, but I might have to just accept it because honestly the closest I'm gonna get, and it's relatively perfect. I'm just a bit picky, I think. Also not having the debug items is gonna make it a little bit harder to landscape, but I really don't want to reset my game again. I feel like maybe I'm gonna need to. Oh, these are the twinkly light bushes. What if I use these in here? If I just had it as a shrub thing? No, I think it should be flowers. Oh, those are very sparkly. Yeah, but over here, like, it's supposed to be hedge central. I do, now that I think about it, I do want there to be a car. I wonder if I should make this like a driveway instead. Let me test something out. What if I maybe it's like 3 wide, like this, and then we take a car or two from debug. Oh right, except my debug isn't showing up. Okay. Yeah, this was the default planter I was talking about. Oh, honestly, it's like the exact bush that I need, but I wanted the brick outline, so honestly that's perfect. Like that's really close to what the reference is, so I think I will keep that. Should there be like a hanging plant? No, that's probably a bit overkill. Okay, where are the cars? Here's some cars. Well, a car, I guess. Where? Where are the other cars? That's kind of not what I want. I kind of want like this car, almost. Maybe this has to... I've gotten so used to having the better build by mod in my game that Not being able to duplicate debug items is very hard for me to get used to. I feel like the car does add like a nice little extra detail to the front. But do I like it? Is it maybe the driveway that I have an issue with? I also don't know if I want a red car. I feel like that's kind of going a little bit overkill on the red. Oh, I could use... Oh, this would be perfect. This color car is like perfect for the aesthetic I'm going for. Like, this is the color I wanted my front door to be. You know, like more of a greeny blue rather than just straight blue. But I guess if I made it straight blue, I could put this one in. And then they kind of match. Which could work. Oh, another 60s thing I just watched is A Mother's Instinct, which is like the thriller movie with Anne Hathaway. It was pretty good, but they had a car this color and it matched their house, and that was pretty satisfying. That's what made me think of it. But yeah, I've just been on like a big 60s kick recently. I'm trying to find like a different option for my driveway, like maybe this or something. I just don't like that this fence is overlapping it, the thing here, but I don't know if I want to get rid of it either. One tile is definitely too skinny, but 3 feels like too much with the driveway. Should this whole front part be like tiling? None of these are really speaking to me. I don't know if I like the whole thing being tiled or not. I feel like this is too skinny of a driveway, and then it doesn't line up with this, which kind of bugs me. So I did something more like this. I do like that better, but then the flower bed situation doesn't make much sense. Maybe the driveway doesn't go all the way to the front there. I kind of feel like it needs to. It looks a little bit wrong if it doesn't. Also, so the stream pipe doesn't look so out of place, I'm just gonna tuck it into the flower bed there. Gonna delete this fence. Is there a different hedge I can use? This one's kind of ugly. I don't really want to use it. I guess there's this one, but it's just a little large, but I can shrink it. It's probably fine to use to that scale on the side here. If it's like this, I feel like I need to pave it in like this. And then I'm not sure I'm loving the fence there. How do I feel about that? It's kind of nice, I think. I don't really know. I don't really know. I definitely need some kind of like flower in this little section here. This will need like its own little patch of foliage. That looks kind of silly. Yeah, it's kind of hard to landscape if I fully like patch it in. I feel myself losing steam, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and take a break here, and then I will come back and try to finish it up at a later point today, and we'll figure out what we're doing with the outside. But I think I need to take a pause, probably get some food, and probably do some of my actual homework, but it'll be like 1 second for you guys. Okay, so it's a new day now since that last clip that I just filmed, and since then I have completed the outside and worked on, if I could get down there, worked on the inside in terms of wallpaper and flooring and getting like the doors and stuff in. Usually for the long plays I tend to do all that stuff on camera, but I started with the outside because I was getting kind of frustrated and felt too much pressure while I was doing the recording, so I decided to just like do it on my own time, and then I kind of got carried away. But I think that's probably for the best because there was a lot of indecision and it would have been probably very boring to watch. So I'll just give you a little tour of the outside. So for landscaping I went very minimal. I used like a lot of just like hedges and stuff, and then I brought this like planter box thing all the way around like the front, and I really like that. And then added some little detailing like a welcome mat and some packages along with like a bike, and I did switch out the car again, so this is the color combo I'm going with. And then I also put like the trash can up front, and then you come along the side here, added a little lamp. And then it's just kind of this little like walk around pathway to take you to the back deck area where you can like grill and stuff. And then there's another trash can there. And that's primarily the outside. It's all fairly simple, I guess, but I feel like it works for what I'm going for. Yeah, I think it's pretty cute. And then in terms of the inside, this is what we're working with. So we have like our little entranceway. This is going to be the dining room area. Then of course I had to make like a conversation pit because that's like essential, although I feel like those are, it's maybe more like a 70s thing, but this is like very loosely 60s 70s. I'm not really looking at reference photos, I'm just kind of going off of gut instinct here, so if anything's like incorrect, just know I'm not trying to make it like an 100% accurate 100% accurate like representation, I guess. But I do really like the kitchen. This is feels very 60s 70s. And then we have like the bathroom, and then we have, I think I'm gonna do like a teenage girl's room, and then we have the parents' bedroom. And then for the basement, I'm unsure if I want to have like a big room here or if I want it to just be like a utility room, so we'll kind of see as we go along. Yeah, we'll see how that works out, but I think we can just go ahead and start furnishing. I think we should go ahead and start with the entranceway here. And I feel like a hutch is kind of essential. Maybe a hutch or like a little hallway table, but also a coat rack. Let's go ahead and go into decorations, and then we'll go under sculptures and we'll kind of see what we can find. I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom to get past that debug, and then I'm going to work my way back up. Yeah, also in that time I got my Better Build and Buy fixed, so I have all the debug stuff now, but now it's a lot to filter through. We need I'm looking for a coat rack or a hutch. Oh, you know what? Actually, if I'm looking for like a hutch, that would be under surfaces, probably miscellaneous, I think. I really wish these chairs were like put in the table category or something, because I always forget we have them, but I love them because they actually function as like a table. Like you can slot things onto the top of that chair. I might put that in the basement. I can't decide if maybe I want to have like a den down there. It could be like a hangout space for like the teenager, or it could be like an office for one of the parents, or if it's just like a storage unit. I'm really not sure what I want it to be. Oh, should they have a pet? They could maybe have a pet, like a dog. There's this hutch. There's that one. That one looks a bit too like modern, I guess. Oh, this would be very good in the living room. There's this one. That's like a tea cabinet. I kind of like this one here. This one's from Horse Ranch. And then maybe I could put this on the other, on the other side. Maybe I could do like this kind of as a table, and then we can put a mirror above it. The shelf honestly feels like massive, but let's do it like that, and then we can put a coat rack in this corner here, and a mirror above here. Trying to think of what mirror feels. Oh, this one kind of feels retro. I'm just using the Control 9 to raise it up and Control 0 to lower it. Maybe I'll just make this shelf white. And then below we could put like some shoes, and maybe I put the pet bowls right at the front here, honestly. Like I could kind of squeeze in a mat here and then put shoes on the other side. Also feel like maybe I could bring in an entrance mat on this side. Something like that. And then we'll go into the kitchen and look for the pet bowls. I think we'll just do something very basic. You only need one pet bowl in The Sims because apparently they only need food. But I like to put like the doggy one and then the fish one as though it's like food and water. So we'll do that, and then we will find some shoes from Dream Home Decorator, and we will put those in here. I feel like maybe these ones. Okay, and then I just need to find that coat rack. I feel like it has a weird name though, doesn't it? Nope, I guess it's just a coat rack. Yeah, that fits pretty perfect. And then we'll just put that slotted in there. And then I kind of want to add some clutter on top of this shelf here, but I don't think it actually acts as something you can snap it to. So I'm gonna take the Dream Home Decorator cubes and then just kind of holding Alt, I'm gonna raise it to a height that matches this, and then we can just take whatever decorations we want, slot it onto here, and then put it here. Oh, it does have custom slots. I stand corrected then. We'll see how this works out then. Maybe a plant would be nice. Maybe a plant and a lamp, Or I kind of feel like a sconce above the mirror would be iconic. Could we have like some magazines or something? Oh, maybe we'll put some pet treats up here. Can do some pet treats, and so I want to make sure that I use this phone somewhere because that's, I feel like, very necessary. Should I have it at the front as well? Definitely in the kitchen. For the front here, a tool kit? I don't think so. Maybe I'll just do, I could just do like some books and a plant. Maybe we'll take this little photo here, and then we'll take a plant. Maybe just like this one. In my last video I talked about how there's a couple of new kits coming out, one of which is a kit that was made in collaboration with aluhhsim, and since the kit has come out, I really want to purchase it, mainly because it has some more of these like individual picture frames that are meant to like stand up on like a little shelf or something, because we only have actually maybe we have 4 base game ones, but the pictures are very limited, as you can see. But yeah, I really want to get it so I can have some more of like these kind of photo frames, and I'm really tempted, so if I do purchase it, I'll let you guys know. But there is some really cute items in there, and there's like an individual book item that looks like it's been open and kind of left like on the page, but it's like face down. I don't really know the best way to describe it, and there's also a really cute candle. Yeah, I kind of, the more I talk about it, the more I want to buy it. So if I do, I will buy it and let you know if it's everything I hoped for, or if you guys have it, please let me know, and then maybe I can see if I want to buy it. But for this sconce, I feel like this little nightlight is actually really cute right here, but I think I maybe want something a bit more official looking. I think I'll go with these. They kind of match the mirror, which I like. Maybe I'll make them brown though. Actually, no, I kind of like the orange. Okay. I feel like that's a pretty cute, simple entryway. I'm pretty happy with that. So now we'll just come and do the dining room. We'll just kind of work like in a like room by room, wherever the wind takes me, I suppose. Now I don't know if I need to do one of these like kind of single tile tables and then put 4 seats. Maybe I have to do it on like, so there's an option like that would work. This isn't the furniture I'm gonna use, it's just placeholder, but maybe we could also, there's that, or there's this. This one feels a little bit tight. I think I'm gonna go with the single tile item, and then we'll work with that. In terms of table and whatnot, if I had eco lifestyle, that would work pretty perfectly because they have like the more retro sets. However, I do not have that. I have school desk chairs, which look kind of retro-y, but I feel like that is not what I want to use. I also love that with high school years they gave us these more worn swatches on the chairs. I think that's incredible. I love that. Maybe like these chairs, or these are like the high school chairs but elevated. These could maybe work. Like the brown or something. I don't know, they're not fully speaking to me, but I do like the idea of there being a pattern on the chair, so maybe we'll try and lean into that. Oh, maybe like these. Should I go green and funky? But let me find a dining table first, and then we'll kind of go with that. I don't know if it should have a tablecloth or not. I'm kind of leaning towards no. I'm always disappointed with the selection of single tile tables we have. None of them ever like speak to me. We don't have any just like simple single tile ones. Like these ones all feel too detailed. Like I want this but without the runner, or I want this but without the glass, you know? It's kind of hard to believe that The Sims has turned 25 and we still don't have like just a generic wooden top single tile table. I don't know what to use. Should I maybe go with the runner? I feel like maybe these chairs are like a bit too elegant. I also don't think I like that table. These are from Snowy Escape, but I don't think those are quite what I want. I think I want this place to feel pretty homey. Maybe we'll try these cats and dogs ones. And then we'll just find a dining table. I feel like the round is maybe cute. Also, if you hear a creak every now and again, my chair needs to be like oiled or something. It's been very noisy recently, and I really do apologize if you can hear that. It like creaks with like every tiny movement. It's kind of a little bit annoying, but I'm trying my best to stay still, but you know, a girl can only do so much. Maybe we'll try this table. It's a lot more orange than the chairs, but I can't really find anything that matches. Oh, maybe we'll go with this brown instead. Okay, let's try something like this, and then I think maybe for the centerpiece we could put those salt and pepper shakers. I don't know what they're called. I think they have a funny name. Bookshelves, bar, creative. Is it this one? Yes. Okay, here we go. We'll do the salt and pepper, and then what is this? I don't know what these things are. These are new to debug. Oh, this must be what comes with that retro gaming cube thing from the login rewards. Oh, maybe we could put like some juice on the table, like they're having, or oh, maybe we could do some milk and like a coffee mug. We'll put a plant as the centerpiece, and then we'll add like some things surrounding it. What's like a 60s looking plant? That is way too big. Oh, maybe like this. I might shrink it though, because it kind of takes up the whole table. And then we'll have the salt and pepper shakers. And then on the other side, we will do a mug, if I can find it. Where is it? Maybe I'll just search it. Mug solo, please. This is from the Everyday Clutter Kit, by the way. Yeah, we'll put like the mug here, and then we'll have the carton of milk right beside it, like they're pouring their morning coffee. Cute. I like that. I don't know what color these flowers should be. Maybe I'll make them red. And then I wonder about putting like a little rug underneath. this or something. I think that's kind of cute. And then I guess we could move on to the living room now. Now, in terms of sofas, I think we have like a couple different options we could use, but I think I really want to use the grandma's couch from the Basement Treasures kit. Maybe in this swatch or in this striped swatch. Neither of those go too well with what I have here. But if I had to pick one that matches better, it'd probably be this one. I mean, I could also just go for it in like a more solid color, but I feel like the pattern is what makes it. Or we do like this kind of striped sofa from Cats and Dogs. I'm not really sure the color scheme I want to go with, but I do really like the idea of this couch. Though this pattern to me feels more 80s than anything. So I'm kind of like jumping a couple decades. Okay, so I took a break since that last clip and I'm gonna try and see what I can make work. I was playing around with like this couch and whatnot, and then I thought maybe changing the chairs and table could help. And I do think that definitely feels more cohesive, but the couch still isn't screaming like 60s, 70s to me. I don't know why, but I can't unsee like 80s, you know? So I think I either maybe want to try to make this one work, or I'll see if I could make this one work. I feel like this one works pretty well. I just don't know if that's like too many stripes, you know, because the wall is striped. I could make it stone and then just have this wallpaper continue there. And I could also put the couch on the opposite side, and then maybe on this side we have a fireplace. I feel like this one's kind of nice. I don't know if it would be open. Or maybe we use the horse ranch one. That blends in pretty well with like the stone in the back. Obviously they're different shapes, but in terms of tone, I guess. Do I like it like that, or does that feel kind of small? Also, I kind of like the idea of being able to put a TV on the fireplace, so maybe that'll impact it, but I don't know. I feel like, or what about this one? No. I feel like there's a very specific type of like what I would want, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get it, at least not in this space. So I think maybe we'll go back to what we had, something like this. Yeah, I think that's probably better. I like the idea of there being like a little like nook here, but maybe it's more of like a two couch situation, and then we have a, you know, console kind of area over here. But I almost feel like with the way the windows are shaped, like I almost feel like the couch needs to be on a diagonal. Like I feel like the room needs to be centered around like this part here, but that's obviously like a little bit awkward. So I don't know, do I just like push everything into the corner, or do I try and make it center with the room? I feel like that's not a bad combo. And I could put like a lamp in the corner, and then maybe we could use this TV console. It's broken, but we can put like one of the retro TVs from the Basement Treasure. I think both of these are Basement Treasures. And we can put that on top of it. That feels very, very retro. Or I do something more like this, where the couch is facing the stone wall. That could be cute. And then maybe we have a big plush chair in the corner, or this recliner. The recliner could work, or maybe this one. This one would match with the stripey vibes. Ooh, or we do this big worn one. I feel like that could work quite well. Is that too much brown on that wall though? Maybe this gets switched out to more of like an orangey wood or something. Or maybe this one does. Then these kind of look like a set here, which I kind of like. Maybe not this chair though. I could do a matching chair. That'd be pretty iconic. Something like that could work well. Yeah, I think that's kind of nice. So let's try and match the chairs to that. I could bring this color back. I also like that this kind of matches the car in the house. Yeah, but in terms of like chairs and matching that, I'm not really sure what our options are. Maybe these aren't the best chairs to go for. Let's see if I can find something else. Should I really just go all out on the matching furniture? I don't think so. What about, I don't know if these cottage living ones feel very retro to me. Oh, these are pretty mid-century, but this feels like not the kind of nostalgic I'm going for. I'm just gonna see what the high school chairs look like. I know they're meant to be like desk chairs, but part of me kind of likes them. What if I did them in yellow? I kind of like it. I feel like it works, but I don't know if I like the round table with it. We could go for like a yellow and green color scheme on the inside. That would make this work. I don't know, maybe I'll leave it and we can always come back to it. So I guess for now we'll leave it. They're at least cohesive. I don't know if it's too cohesive though, because I do want it to feel kind of like lived in and not like everything's a perfect match, but we'll see how we get on. Now this might be controversial, but I'm going to put a rug on the carpet, and I'm using this rug because I have seen this rug specifically in the madman's house in their den, so I feel like I have to use it. And then maybe behind this chair we could put a little standing lamp. We could use like this broken one, or maybe we'll use this cats and dogs one. I don't want everything to be in pieces. And then I feel like with this many windows, you'd probably want to have some curtains. These ones strike me as like the most like vintage ones, where they kind of have that top piece covering like the bar, I guess. Or even these ones actually could work. This or this. These are just kind of awkward on a 3-panel window. Yeah, I don't want it to clip outwards. Let's see if I made them beige. I mean, if you ask me, that feels pretty dated. I can't really go with any of these greens because they're not like the exact color match. I think maybe to avoid this clipping, I'm gonna change the scale to 1.01. And I think, yeah, that should stop the clipping. So it's just like the tiniest bit larger, and then they don't do that glitchy thing. Now this is very beige, so I might actually go back to having like the darker woods there. I'm also kind of unsure about this cabinet. Like, I feel like it was nice, but now I'm not sure I want it. Maybe it could go in the kitchen or something, but I don't think I want it anymore. Maybe I'll put another armchair on this side. And like a plant, maybe? Also, I feel like we should bring in... I can move this out so it doesn't clip with the curtain. I feel like we should bring in a speaker. I don't have any record players. The best I can do is the gramophone. Or, well, I guess it's called the gramophone. This we got with the Reaper rewards event. So I think I'll have to use one of those unless I use like the high school years version. But I don't mind using this one, I think. I think I have to bring out the shelf trick because that's just gonna be hovering for the whole time. Surfaces, displays. Oh, except the shelf will not go any lower, so that might be an issue. Can this one go lower? I don't think this one's gonna snap to that though. No, it won't. I mean, I guess I'll just use the tool mod to lower it. Elevate. Oops. And in case you're wondering why the tool mod looks like that, there's a mod in my game that's out of date, so it's making my UI look a little bit funky. But I just replaced the UI cheats mod, so I'm not sure which one it is, and I'm not really prepared to go through the whole thing to look for it. So that's why it looks like that. And yeah, I feel like a plant would be essential for over here. It's just a matter of which. Or maybe it's just wait, let me think about this. Maybe it's a lamp and a plant over in this corner and then the chair just here. Maybe we could even squeeze like a little ottoman or something over here. I don't know if that's cute though. Is it maybe a bit overkill? Where's the one that matches? Here we go. Like we could put that there. I'm gonna change the pot color. Maybe we'll do green just to kind of break it up, but we could do something like this. I feel like that's cute. I'm not gonna put a coffee table because I don't really know if we need it. Oh, also, I feel like I should put... Oh, should the cat tree be here instead of the cushion? Maybe we'll put the cat tree by the window. Just over here. I feel like your Sim should be able to walk through here. Even if they can't, they can probably still walk this way. Unless the cat tree would be better suited elsewhere, but I'm not sure... I'm not sure that's possible. I think this is kind of the only spot I could put it. I mean, I could put it right in front of the plant. Probably a bit hazardous, but it would work. Here, I'll put it right here beside the cushion. Okay, and in terms of other decorations, I maybe want a candle on top of here and maybe like a magazine or a remote control. We can kind of see what looks best. The lamp is pretty cute as well, but I already have a lamp there, so I feel like that's a bit redundant. Also, lava lamps aren't really 60s, but I feel like I want to put one in the kids' room. But we'll see when we get there. We could do this candle or this one. This one's probably a bit more older feeling, I guess. I don't really know what that's based on, but... And then we'll try and find the remote control. And then I also think maybe some magazines. I could put this little magazine holder in the corner here. And then what else should I add? I could do like a framed picture, or maybe do a framed picture in like this trinket thing here. Okay, getting this placement right is gonna be a little bit difficult, I think. I think the candle's really large, so I think I have to put that in the front, and then the remote control will kind of go like this, I guess. Maybe the remote control goes on the other side. I also think all this stuff needs to move back a bit. Okay, let's put the remote control on this side. Yeah, that's better. I should maybe make this picture a little bit larger. I'm gonna do that using the tool mod so it's not like massive. Just something like that. And then the trinket can be like that. Okay, I think that's kind of cute. Fairly simple, but cute. And then perhaps we can have a couple of different pictures. Maybe it should be like family pictures. Or here, maybe we'll put like some family pictures on this wall. And then we can have some more like artwork on this wall. I'm also wondering about maybe adding like a couple of marks on the walls. But maybe we'll just have like some scrapes there, just for a little bit of added detail. But in terms of the pictures and stuff, oh, I guess we could use like these older looking ones from the basement kit. Maybe like that, or this one from Strangerville. I don't know which one they would have, but that frame feels very tacky in like a way that I need for this house, so maybe we'll go with that. I don't know if I'll put anything on this wall, because when you go in half up, half down, this is like the mode I usually play in, and I typically don't like when anything's on the wall that like I'm gonna be putting down, you know? So I think for gameplay it's probably best if I leave that as is. Maybe I'll put like a couple more scrapes on the wall though. Okay, that's pretty cute. I also don't know why my doors keep like disappearing like that. And I'm also just gonna make this slightly larger. I think I will keep those chairs. It's kind of odd, and if it bugs you that they're meant to be like desk chairs, you can totally change that. But I think since I don't have the eco lifestyle ones, this is as close as I'm gonna get to like those retro feeling ones. But yeah, the only thing that feels out of place with that now is the table. This, I did not know this came in some funky swatches. Oh, that's a very nice swatch. I do like that. That's groovy. I've had city living for so long and I've never noticed that it had these swatches. That's funny. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of what table I could use instead. I think maybe I don't like the fact that it's circular. I think something more square is what I'm after. But I hate all of the square tables, so let's just If it was square, would I like that better? I don't really know. I think I'll just leave the circle one because I already have all the decor on it. I'm gonna call that good for in here, and then we can go ahead and move on to the bathroom. We'll just do that quickly because I don't think it's gonna take too much brain power. I'm gonna try and go for a shower tub combo. I'm thinking probably this one because this feels very classic. And then we will also need a toilet and a sink. I'm gonna use this toilet, and I kind of just want to use this generic sink because that one always feels old to me, but I know it kind of breaks frequently, so maybe I should use something a bit more expensive. I don't think this is what I'm after. Maybe I'll just use this cottage living one. It's kind of like an upgraded version of the one I wanted to use. So, and I think if I'm remembering correctly, your Sims get in on this side of the bathtub. So, wait, so where does everything need to go? Well, okay, let's do it like this. I feel like that should still be functional. We'll go ahead and put a mirror in. I think maybe I was wondering if something maybe a little more ornate would work, but maybe we should just stick with something simple. I feel like the medicine cabinet could work. Yeah, let's go with that. I mean, it's like a bathroom in the 60s. I don't really know what to put. I do feel like a couple of different like balms and stuff could work, and like soaps. And we'll definitely put like the toothbrush holder. And of course we need toilet paper. And oh, I could use this comes in a floral pattern. That feels kind of dated, but I'm not sure it actually I'm not sure it suits the house, so I won't add it, but it is cute. And then I'll put a little hand towel, and I want something for the back here. I'm just not sure what it should be. Also think I want to use this towel rack from the not everyday clutter, from the bathroom clutter kit. I think that's what it's called. So it's the one with the toothpaste, but yeah, it's just the bathroom clutter kit. So I'm gonna use that, and I think I want a different swatch though. I like the white ones better. Then we'll need to put in a mat of some kind. I think this one feels pretty dated. Should I do the toilet mat as well? Maybe I'll do just the toilet mat. I feel like that's kind of like an older thing. But I could be wrong in that. I'm just kind of guessing. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't really know what I'm doing. I guess that's the bathroom done though. It's very simple, but I can't really think of anything else that would need to be added in here. Maybe I could just put these little hand towels on the back. Actually, let's do. Oh, it's kind of big, but maybe we could use this tray instead. I feel like that sits nicely. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cute. And I think with the bathroom done, we should probably tackle the bigona, which I believe is the kitchen. So for the kitchen, I will need to think of counters to use. My first gut instinct would be to use these ones, these base game ones. Also, speaking of base game counters, did you guys see that we're getting a new kitchen set? I think it's supposed to be a new base game kitchen set. Like, you don't have to pay for it, and it actually looks pretty dang cute. But I think that the 25th birthday has happened already, so I'm not sure why they're not out. But maybe they come out later. But yeah, that was like pretty monumental when I saw like the 25th birthday trailer thing. So I'm just waiting for that because our base game counter selection is limited. Is there a way for me to, yeah, let's just take a look and examine what our base game counters are like. So it's definitely been like a long time coming, but now that I look at the base game counters, I kind of think these ones could also work with the more like laminate type, but I think I kind of want to have a more like wood focused kitchen, so I don't think I'll do that. We'll go ahead and use these ones. I think they're super cute, and then I think we'll just use the half tile cabinets here so that the windows don't get blocked. And I'm wondering about maybe using some end pieces just to kind of make the kitchen look a little bit more cluttered. I was thinking of maybe treating this as like some kind of like pantry situation, but I don't really think there's a good wall to put it on. And the more I look at this kitchen, the more I realize I could fully have like another like seating area in here, you know? So I totally could have done that instead of having the dining room out there, but I'm sure I can come up with something else that could go in this space. It's just I can't put any cabinets on this wall because the door's right there. I'm wondering though if maybe I rotate the cabinets and bring them along this wall. Maybe I can put the fridge right in there. Then it kind of uses up a bit more of the space. Oops. I could put that cabinet there. Do I like it there? I don't really know. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with using that cabinet. We'll just put it over there for now. But I feel like this is a cute kitchen shape. Maybe I could add an island in the center. I could do the island without the wraparound and then it would fit. Or I put just like a little breakfast table in here. Okay, let's rewind and go with the island, I think. Just because I don't want it to be too repetitive with having different tables. Or instead of doing an island, we leave that open and we put a bar on this side. It looks a little bit out of place because this is like a community lot type of bar instead of like an at-home bar like this one, for example. This one doesn't match the cabinets that I'm currently using though, is the thing. It does match these base game ones though, but so I could do something like this. I mean, that's kind of cute. Could we like ignore the fact that they're two different countertops, or is it too obvious? I mean, I could go for these ones instead. I never seem to use these ones, but I really like the other ones better. I like the tiled counter more than like the marble, you know? I feel like, call me crazy, but I feel like it's not too bad if these don't match. Or alternatively, we just ignore this little piece of marble there and we go with this one here. I don't know what's better. Let's just do this. And if it bugs you, you can, I mean, take it out and just make it a regular island that matches these counters, but I feel like this is kind of a fun, unexpected thing, I guess. Let's put a couple of bar stools in. I kind of feel like these ones could work from Parenthood. They feel a little bit dated, but not with that black hardware actually. Maybe that's not the best. These ones feel like very 70s to me. Could maybe go with those. You know what, let's try it. But maybe in the yellow or beige instead. Let's do yellow. Okay. And then let's go ahead and put our fridge in here. I'm already pretty certain I'm going to use the cottage living one because it looks like a Smeg fridge, and that is the, you know, peak retro fridge, excuse me. It would be iconic to have it be colored, but I'm not really going for a colored kitchen, so I mean, I guess I could make it yellow to kind of match the yellow stools, even though they're not the same shade. But yeah, we can make like yellow the focus in this kitchen because I don't think, well, actually that color kind of matches. Wait, do I like that? I might actually kind of like that. Maybe we'll test it out. Let's go with it. And then we need a stove and a sink. So I'm kind of thinking I'd like to put the sink on the island here, and then maybe that can kind of distract the fact that they're not the matching countertops. I guess I'll just use the first one I picked, unless there's something better. I mean, that's a pretty generic one. This one definitely feels dated. Let's just go with this one. It's kind of like the classic sink that I always use. And then I guess we will also need a stove. I'm gonna put the stove on this end because I think that probably makes the most sense. This one always feels pretty dated to me, and I feel like, call me crazy, but I feel like those swatches are kind of like perfect, even though they're from different packs. This is Cottage Living and this one is Parenthood. So let's try that. And then I think I only need one free kitchen counter so that your Sims can prep. I want one to like add a bunch of clutter to, and maybe one for a kettle or something. Could put in a little baby dishwasher. Should I make it yellow to match the stools? I kind of like that. But yeah, do I want to put like a kettle or a coffee maker? I like with this that you can make all kinds of drinks rather than just one specific type, but having a coffee maker like this feels iconic. But I don't really know, were there coffee makers like this? I swear there were, or was it more like this? Let's just go with this one. Even if it's not like actually true, like I feel like you still get the aesthetic that I'm going for. Yeah, and then we can decorate this counter and we'll leave this one in the middle empty for food prep and whatnot. I want to put a little waste bin in here though. I'm gonna use my favorite one from Get to Work because I like that you can see the bag on it, and we'll just go ahead and put that right by the door. I feel like that makes sense. Yeah, I think that's cute, and then we can just add a bunch of different little clutter items. So I'm definitely gonna want a plant, but nothing too like exotic looking because that doesn't like scream 60s to me. Maybe I guess this one works. I'm just gonna put it all onto a counter and then we will sort it after the fact. That's what I typically tend to do. I also have a room saved on my gallery of just like a counter with all the kitchen clutter items on it, so I don't have to search every time, which honestly I should maybe use right now just to streamline the process. But I feel like there should definitely be like some fresh food of sorts. Oh, this chicken, the egg holder feels kind of necessary. I'm also gonna put this pot on there. Could put a mortar and pestle. We do need a utensil holder. I kind of want to use the ones that look like they're in like the picture. They're base game ones and they got the little flowers on them. I don't know. Countertop utensils. Is this the one I want? It's not. This is the one I want. Yeah, so this and maybe this little picture. Some mugs over here would be cute. Any snacks? Don't I put any snack things there? I don't think so. I guess a knife rack would be. I've also never seen this before. Why have I never seen this before? But I feel like a knife rack could also work. What are my other options? Maybe a notebook, like it's open in there in the process of cooking the recipe. Let's take a look in the clutter section. I feel like a bag of like cat food and stuff over here would work. Maybe I'll make them smaller though. They're kind of large items. We'll make it green. And then, well, I have the dish rack. I have a utensil holder. Oh yeah, I thought about putting like the phone in here because I feel like the phone's always hanging in the kitchen. Oh my gosh, that's another thing we're supposed to get is the we're getting a drum roll please. We are getting a phone for the wall again. We used to have these in the Sims 3 if I'm remembering correctly, but there would be wall mounted phones instead of just like your Sims using cell phones. Currently this is the only thing we have, but we're gonna have wall mounted. Whether they're functional or not, I don't really care as long as we have them as an item in the game. So that's pretty exciting stuff. I am certainly pumped for that. I'm gonna put the chicken, I'll put the chicken here. I'm gonna put a lamp on the counter in the corner. I kind of want to use that for rent one unless I can find something better, but I like the 4 one. Well, this one's pretty cute. Pretty cute, but we'll do this one. I think it works better. Do that. Okay, that's cute. And then I'm gonna put the mugs on this side here. And the chicken's there. And then everything else we will try and fit onto this one. We'll put the plant there. The food can be here. The utensils can be here. We can have a picture beside the plant. I might shrink it though, just for a bit of height variation. And we can also have the mortar and pestle and the notebook. I guess the only thing we're missing would be where to put this, but maybe I can put it beside the chicken and have everything still be functional. I think if it clips onto the counter a little bit, it should be okay, just as long as it's not the majority of it isn't on the counter. Maybe I just size it down one. Whoa. I don't know if then like the scale would look a little bit weird with your Sims, but I think it's probably okay. I'm gonna change this to yellow and these mugs to maybe this version. Why is it telling me? Okay, something is glitching out here. Why won't it let me use it on the notebook? Okay, I don't know why that notebook is bugging, but that reminds me I should probably go ahead and save so I don't lose any progress. I think I'll go with this version here. These two-toned pictures always feel the most retro to me, so I think I'll do that. And we'll just go for a brown vase there, and then I guess we will also adjust this kitchen counter, just like the clutter on it. We'll do that there, and then we'll also put the little dish rack. That also makes me think that I should find a little soap dispenser. Maybe I could even put the bar soap as well, wherever that object is. Here we go. Okay, I feel like that's cute. It's definitely a cluttered sink area, but what can you do? And then this should all still be functional. I'll maybe put a little mat here for like when you're standing, so your feet don't hurt so bad. I'll make it this color. I like that we've got a little color scheme going on. I think that's cute. And then on the side here, I feel like I should add some kind of activity board, like that curfew thing that we got with Parenthood could work pretty well. I just think there needs to be something on that wall. I don't know if I'm in the right category though. Is it an activity? Oh, the cork board could also be nice. Oh, another thing I want to bring in is the radiator. I don't know what category. It would be this one, miscellaneous, but I feel like I should put a radiator in every room. Maybe we could put it on this wall too. And probably one in the kitchen as well. Yeah. Yeah, I just don't know where that activity board is. And I don't know the name of it. Let's try searching curfew. Okay, nothing comes up. Let's just go show all and I'll filter by Parenthood and we will see if we can find it. So my chair is really creaking right now. I'm sorry for that. Let's see. What? That's the end of it? Where's my curfew board? I don't understand. It's not this. That's a hobby board. Visible mess. Paint tube. Oh, here we go. Family bulletin board is what it's called. I'm gonna set it as like the chalkboard version. Because that, I feel like there was chalkboards but not whiteboards at this time, but again, I could be completely wrong. Yeah, I guess that's good for the kitchen then. Like I said, I'm not going to put anything on this wall. Maybe I'll add some curtains. I don't know if I want these big ones though. I kind of want like these here. Maybe I'll also put them on these windows. But I feel like they're kind of big on this one. Let me see if I shrink them to maybe 0.5. I do think I like that. I'll just need one more for the centers. 0.5. I think that's cute. Should these ones maybe be smaller then? It's kind of like really repetitive when they're this small, but I think I'll keep it. I almost feel like they need to be halfway on the window though. That feels maybe more iconic. Unless I go like this scale, like their original scale, but I just raise them up. So they'd be more like this. Let's see. I think I like that better. Yeah, it's a little bit a little less repetitive. I'll do like that over there. Do I maybe want to continue the cabinets above? Would that be nice or not nice? I think it might be nice. But I don't like the idea of cooking under a corner cabinet. That's kind of odd to me. So I'll take it out. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that's the kitchen done. So maybe let's go ahead and do the parents' room next. Okay, for the parents' room, I still don't really have a storyline for this family. I'm not entirely sure what it is. If it is set in the 60s, it's most likely businessman and housewife woman. But if you're trying to treat it more like it's a vintage home that just hasn't ever been renovated, then you know the storyline could really be whatever. But yeah, I'm just kind of gonna go off of vibes rather than a storyline for this one, which I mean usually I do have a storyline, but for some reason nothing's coming to me right now. I feel like this fabric headboard could work well. I'm just not sure if these swatches are quite what I need. I also want to make sure that this room feels cohesive with the rest of the room. I almost wonder if maybe the parents should have the gingham and then maybe the teenage daughter has the flowers instead. Like something like this, and then that might give us a little more leeway with what we can do for the bedding. Maybe the gingham should be yellow to match the rest of the house. It's a little bit ugly though, isn't it? It's a little bit ugly. I mean, I could just give them striped wallpaper as well, but I like the idea of them being like separated, kind of. Maybe let's just keep it in brown instead of oh, that's not, wait, I kind of like the dark brown. Actually, no, maybe the light brown's better. Let's try the light brown and explore our bed options. This feels like far too modern. This feels maybe too slouchy for what I want. I mean, this one feels dated, but maybe not in the from the time period that I'm kind of going for. When I did my Art Deco home, I used a island living bed that worked really perfectly for the 70s vibe I was going for. And I thought it was this bed, but maybe I'm mistaken. Oh, no, it is this bed. Yeah, I guess that doesn't really match though what I'm trying to do for this one. Oh, this would be a very funky 80s bed, like that color swatch. What about this one? This again feels kind of far too modern. Like this has the colors I need, but definitely not the pattern. That feels too modern. That feels too modern. I mean, this could probably work. It's definitely the color, but is that too much plaid? I personally think there's no such thing, but I'm trying to cater to the masses here, I think. I don't actually know if I am. This is kind of like a more niche build. Not too niche though. I feel like there's a fair amount of people who have a respect for like the aesthetic of different decades. At least I hope you do, because otherwise this video is probably only entertaining for me. Okay, what about this high school year's bed? No. Yucky. What about this high school year's bed? Okay, again, the color I want, but not the pattern. Dang. I didn't think... Well, I was gonna say I didn't think finding a bed would be so tricky, but I feel like I always struggle when it comes to picking beds. Do I have to go base game for this? Oh no. Oh no. Dang, I don't know, I'm kind of stuck. None of these are really speaking to me. I feel like I almost need to like pause the recording and find an example of like a 60s bed. In Mad Men, they have like this, you know, kind of viridian color, like this one, like a quilted headboard. So that's kind of what I was like trying to envision, but none of these are really working. Oh, I've skipped like a whole end down here. What about... Ugh. I hate this base game bed. It's so ugly. But it actually works with my color scheme. Maybe we could try the Seasons one. This Seasons one, like, I do kind of like it, but at the same time, to me it always feels like it's a blow-up mattress with like a sleeping bag. I couldn't tell you why. I just feel like maybe it's like the bright colors, but something about it just gives like sleeping bag and blow-up mattress to me. So I never gravitate towards using it because like I feel uncomfortable for the Sims who sleep on this. But I mean, in that swatch it does look pretty like plush and comfy. I want the parents' bedroom to match, but I can't find like a good swatch of bed. Like, that's far too vibrant. This blue is like really cute. Like, I want this with like the darker viridian color I'm using instead of the blue with like the beige accents, because all of this is just like a bit too much. So I think what I'm trying to say is that that bed is not the winner. I mean, this one could work, but again, it's like very brown, and I want the yellow and green. I think maybe part of what's influencing that is the wallpaper. So maybe I have to change it back. I mean, I don't really like the yellow. It's just that it's got a very green tint to it, which I'm not loving, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers, so let's just roll with it for the time being. Let's see how that looks with I feel like this bed is kind of the closest to my color scheme, but not even. It's more of like a gray and orange than a, you know, what I have going there. So I really need to lock in and pick a bed though, because I can't be picking and choosing beds for 30 minutes. But it's just none of them are speaking to me. I wish we would get like a base game bed overhaul, like either new like frames and whatnot, or just different swatches. Because again, I feel like that's something we're kind of lacking in terms of base game items. Okay, I feel like this is the only bed I haven't checked, but this is not really the vibe at all. Do I have to go with the horse ranch one? It's the first bed I pulled out, and it might be the best one. I mean, it matches in terms of colors and stuff. It's kind of the only one that matches with the color. Oh, wait a minute. Do you see what I'm seeing here? Do you see the cohesion? Okay, well, we either go with like a pastel version or the fully saturated one. I feel like, you know, go big or go home, right? I used to be obsessed with the City Living bed when I first got the pack. Like, I would use it all the time, mainly in like this swatch. I think because it reminded me of my own bed, sort of. Or, oh, I was a big sucker for this swatch. But let's go with this one here. The wood tone, if I had to be picky, the wood tone isn't exactly what I want, but you know, I think we can make do. I can't put it into the wall because the headboard's slightly tilted, but I think that will do quite nicely. I'm glad I left no stone unturned because that worked out very well for me. Also, is this the placement I want? This was kind of just my default bed placement, but I could put it over there. Maybe I put the radiator on this wall and then we could have like a little dressing area over here. Or we have like a his and hers side. Also, I'm using like pronouns for this build just because like I've kind of like have Sims I envision, not necessarily their storylines, but I had like the idea that it's like a mom, a dad, and a teenage daughter. But of course, if you want to like change any of that, by all means, go ahead. It doesn't have to be gender specific. This is just kind of the storyline I'm going with. So if that was the case, like I could have a his and hers dresser area, which I feel like it's very 60s, you know. Okay, I gotta lock in. I was just kind of placing down random things. I need some retro feeling bedside tables, which could, I mean, they could be these ones which I pulled out, or they could be, what about these ones? I like that the wood matches, but I feel like you wouldn't have a cabinet that color in the 60s. Or would you? I don't know. Again, this is just, all of this is a shot in the dark, so. I don't really like the black top on this, but I do like that the color matches. Maybe let's just go classic. Let's just go with this one and see how we roll. And if I am gonna have a his and hers kind of like dressing area, I'm gonna put the radiator at the end of the bed so everyone has an equal amount of space. So for the dresser on this side, I kind of want to give them matching dressers. Again, this has the black swatch, but it could have been nice. I want, what do I want? Like I want this, but in not a closet form, like a wardrobe. Well, I guess this kind of is a wardrobe, isn't it? A dresser form, that's what I wanted in. But I don't think I have that option. I do have this, though it sits a little high on the window ledge. Oh, maybe we go yellow instead of the green. That could work. That's like a kid's dresser. I could use this version, or I don't. What about this one? This is from City Living. There is yellow. It does have like an air of that mid-century kind of aesthetic, but I'm not too drawn to it. I feel like this one kind of like sits the best with the window here. So maybe I just go with that. Or I do like this tall dresser, but well, I mean, I guess the dressers don't have to match. Like we could have a tall dresser here. I kind of like the idea of like a tall dresser and a mirror and a chair of some kind in the corner to like put shoes on and stuff. So something like this could work. I don't know if necessarily this exact selection of items. I think I might need to curate it a little better. I feel like a really big mirror on this side would be quite nice, but depending on the dresser I use, this mirror might be far too big. Maybe we just put the big mirror on this side. Well, we'll try a smaller mirror for now. Actually, you know, the more I look at it, I don't think the tall dresser's working how I want it to. Okay, so I could use this one, or I could use this like dated one that matches the side tables. Let's see. Yeah, in that case, maybe I don't give them end tables. That feels kind of not right though. But I mean, if I fill it in, maybe it would be okay. But if they each had like a chair in the corner instead, I also just don't really feel like decorating end tables. I don't know why, but that's kind of like my least favorite thing to decorate as of recent. Like bedside tables are just kind of everything I dread. Couldn't tell you why. I just know that they are. We could do like a yellow and a green chair. Okay, hear me out. Instead of a little his and hers situation, we have a dressing station and then like a seating station. I say station, I think I more mean area. But if that was the case, then we could get in the big mirror. I don't know how important the big mirror is, but I do quite like it. In case you're wondering, the big mirror is from the Basement Treasures kit. Could do it like that. That's kind of cute. And then maybe we could put a lamp and a plant in this corner. Or perhaps just a plant, and then we can put a lamp on. Oh, you know what? You know what would feel dated? Sconces. Not that there's anything wrong with sconces. I'm just saying that's not something you tend to see anymore. But I feel like it is something that was popular a little bit back then. So that could be a fun thing to add. I just don't know in what variety. Maybe the first option was the best option, or like I feel like one on either side of the bed would be ideal, but since we have the windows, I can't really do that. So I just need one powerful sconce. Hear me out. What if I use this one from the front entry, and then I put a picture underneath it? Like I can't find a picture that's working. Maybe these ones, just a little sketch thing. Also, when I first started this recording, I think I mentioned that this has actually been like, I don't know how long, like 3 hours of just me talking about Mad Men. But when I first started this build in the recording, I said that I had just started season 2, and now I hate to admit it, but I'm almost done season 2, and it's literally been a day since I first started this build. So that's kind of extremely concerning for me. And I think I should probably like seek help or something, but you know, I'm almost done 2 seasons and there's still not a single redeemable man in that show. So could I tell you why I'm watching it? Not really. I don't like any of the male characters, and I feel bad for all of the women in the show, so it's kind of just, yeah, it's a bit of a doozy that there's still not a single redeemable man in the show. But you know, we can hold out. Maybe it'll happen eventually, though my hopes aren't too high. Maybe let's just use like a black and white photo here. Keep it simple. Something like that's cute. And then we will put a lamp on top of the dresser to kind of divide the sides. Maybe we'll just use this one to kind of keep in theme with these sconces. But perhaps I'm gonna keep them all like the same color because then they look like they were installed at the same time. But I do want to change the dresser, I've decided. I don't know if I want it to be this one, but I do want it to be a different one. Unless I just end up going back to what I had, in which case that might be kind of embarrassing, but I don't know. The white on that feels too modern. I need like a yellow and brown combo. I guess I could use this one. I mean, maybe it's not the best, but I don't think it's the worst. No. No. None of these are speaking to me. Hey now, that kind of matches. I never noticed these swatches before. Probably because I never tend to lean towards this dresser, but maybe we'll go well, the fancy dresser doesn't match the rest of the house, like the aesthetic I was going for. You know what? We're just gonna go with this one and call it a day. There's only so much indecisiveness a girl can take. You know, it matches the bedding. It's kind of cute. We'll just roll with it. I am gonna clutter everything up. I just want to make sure I have like the essentials down. So I do want to put a rug in here. But of which nature, I'm not sure. Oh, missed opportunity. I could have gone so groovy with the rug. But that's okay. I'll find another chance. I think this, well, this one feels kind of 60s, but like these ones feel more 70s. Let's see about swatches here. Okay, all of those are bad. You know, a really fluffy carpet might be kind of iconic. You know what? I actually think the bedrooms should be carpet themselves. I don't know why I had them as hardwood. That doesn't seem very dated. Oh, maybe a growing together rug. I mean, that it could work. It's kind of like a pastel version of the bed, but I'm not sold on it. I was kind of thinking just like a fuzzy rug could work. I don't really know if I want another patterned thing in here. I mean, that feels pretty dated. I kind of just want to see it with the horse ranch bed. Nah, we'll stick with what we had. Maybe there is a version of the werewolves rug that could work. I mean, it does have the right green in that swatch, but I think it's maybe not quite the right pattern. I don't want to be stuck on rugs forever, but I want to make sure it still looks kind of good. Yeah, let me just try the fluffy rug idea. We could use the one from Snowy Escape, or we could use the one from, what's it called? Get to Work. Or, sorry, not Get to Work. City Living, I think is what I meant. Yeah, this one here. If we just size that one up. Maybe just some cream. Yeah, that's probably fine. I want to make sure these are on the same angle, so I'm just, instead of holding Alt and rotating them, I'm just like doing it normally. Okay. We need something in between here. It could be... Do you have any like skill items maybe that could go in between there? I don't really think so. I don't see anything being quite right for that, but I also don't have like a computer anywhere in this house, which maybe I'll add into the basement, but I don't know. I'm kind of thinking that I might not do a basement because I don't really know if I have the energy for that. But actually, let me just like take a second, because what I could do is, I don't know about like having this whole second room. That seems like something I don't really want to do, but I could extend this out. This will be the utility room, and then here we could have like just a little desk and like a little study area. So let me, before I forget, just put like a desk and the BV's computer, and then we will sort that out, and then we can have a doorway into the utility room. Okay, now that I have the basement sorted, let me come back up here and think of what could go in between here. Oh, maybe a bookshelf. I don't have a bookshelf, so that could work. Or like a low table with a set of books on it. In terms of low sitting bookshelves, all I can really think of is this high school years one, and it doesn't even sit that low actually. I could shrink it down though. I don't mind it shrunken down. Yeah. Still not my favorite, in all honesty. There's this. That feels too funky for what I'm going for. I might just have to go with the low sitting table, and then I'll like put these books on it. So in terms of, oh, maybe I do like a, maybe it's more of like a moment like this with some books, and I think I will also put a lamp on here. I could use the same lamp, but that's not gonna fit the books. I could use this lamp. I kind of want to use this lamp, but I'll push it farther back so that I can have the books in front like that. Change the colors to that, and then we'll change the books like that. And I think that's probably cute. I will clutter up the dresser right after I put the curtains on and stuff. So in terms of curtains, I could use just these cats and dogs ones. I kind of like the half curtains, but I don't like that then you can't see out the window. I could go for these ones, or I could go back with the bulky ones. I mean, I feel like I have to go bulky. I feel like it's like big chunky curtains are so are such like a dated thing that I feel like I have to include them. It fills up the gap here, but this corner feels a little bit empty, so I wonder about adding a plant there. Maybe just some dried plants. I don't really know if this matches the aesthetic, but we'll just roll with it again. And now let's go ahead and clutter up the top of this dresser. So I want something like this perfume and like some cologne and stuff on the other side. Maybe even the makeup tray could work. But I want the cologne that's like in a line and not sporadically placed. Yeah, like these ones. Okay, so let's try. Maybe we'll kind of stack them like this, and then we can do the makeup there and maybe the perfume on the side. Okay, that'll work. We'll just need to shift this over a little bit. I feel like that works, and then we can just go with maybe this brown version and this version. Maybe I'll change the ones in the back. Okay, I think that's cute. Maybe I want to put like a picture or something above here. But what of? Should I do like a little gallery wall, or is that not very... I feel like maybe that's not the style. Perhaps... maybe just like a little scene could be nice. We'll just go with that. Okay, I think that's cute for the parents' bedroom. And then we can just go ahead and start on... I think the teenagers' room, and then we'll finish up the basement. But for the teenagers' room, the door's over here. I want to do, I think, just a single bed with the size of this room. Yeah, and I kind of want to go like pink with it. But in terms of the bed, I mean, we could do the horse ranch one and go with like this, or maybe this. I feel like this one's pretty cute with the wallpaper. It matches the colors pretty nicely. Or I think like this bed frame could suit it well. I just don't know about the patterns. I don't love the patterns on this bed. At least not for this house, so probably not. We have this one, which is a bit like more royal looking, which I don't think I want. I could just do the horse ranch one, but again, I don't think that's what I want. There's this one, but the swatches are ugly. There's this one, but again, swatches aren't my favorite for what I'm going for. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking the horse ranch one might be my best bet, unless I go for something like this. I didn't even think of like using this kind of base game double bed, but maybe I should have. Though, well, actually no, it's probably good I stayed away from it. It doesn't really have the correct colors that I need, but something fancier would, I mean, work for this. But I don't, maybe not in this house, I don't think. Let's go with this bed, and we're gonna change the swatch of this. I don't know where to put this. Maybe just in the corner there. I want to leave this window open so that like the sim can sneak out if they wanted. Though I'm not really getting the impression that this sim is like too rebellious, but yeah, maybe how I have it's good then. Or maybe I'll put the bed on this wall here, and then her desk can go under the window. I think that would be kind of nice. I'm gonna give her a bigger, oops, just put that in the wall. I'm gonna give her a bigger radiator, I think. Yeah, also if I put the bed in the corner here and I want to leave this empty, I don't really have to do a bedside table. So a win is a win. But maybe she needs a bedside table. I don't really know. Let's put in a desk though. A desk and a mirror. I don't think I'll put in a dresser because, I mean, if you really want to change your Sims with a dresser, you can just use this one. I'm not sure I'll have the space to put in a different one. So maybe I'll give her... What kind of mirror? Maybe this horse ranch one in pink? That could be cute. That could be cute. Let me see about a desk. Something fancier would be nice, but that doesn't really work with the window. Unless I put the bed under the window and then put the desk over here. Things to consider. I could give her this desk. Nah, I don't think that's quite what I want. Are any of these what I want? I mean, this could be nice because then they're like a set. Yeah, let's try that. We will pick a chair. This one could be nice. I do like the pink. That's kind of cute. Or maybe... Actually, do I like this one? It's a bit more of a cooler toned pink, but I kind of like that. I won't give her a computer because that's... I feel like if there is going to be a computer, it's like a one computer show. There's... Now that I think about it, I don't think there was computers in the 60s. I mean, there was a TV, but there was no computers. Which makes me wonder if I even need to put like the desk scenario down here, but I feel like computers are so important to like the gameplay of The Sims that I feel like I kind of have to include it. But if you want to take that out, you absolutely can. Yeah, let's give her a lamp. And that mirror wouldn't have been a thing. Maybe we could put this light above her bed. Maybe we could dim it a little bit. Same with this one. So let's put like books and makeup on this dresser then to clutter it up. I think I want to use that makeup that we got with the everyday clutter kit. Oh, I could also put some magazines. That might be cute. Maybe I'll put the phone on the desk and the magazines up here. We have books covered. They could be a cheerleader. Let's throw in the cone just for the fun of it. And what else? We could give them like some hair tools back here. Or maybe those go on the desk actually. Could put the books in here. I'm gonna do two of them so it kind of fills up the space a bit better. And I think maybe we could like store some board games behind the mirror. And I feel like a pile of clothes at the end of the bed is pretty typical for a teenager. If they're not all over the floor. We could do some perfume. Any trophies? I'm not sure. I need something for this little nook here. This little pink tree is really cute. I'm gonna put this on the top of this shelf just for a little bit of extra clutter. And what else do I want to add? Oh, I wanted to put this makeup. Yeah, I think that's probably good. I'll just go ahead and place everything a bit more meticulously. We'll put like the hair products there. All the makeup can go here. The perfume. And then we'll just put the little phone and lunchbox here. And then it should be kind of like the colors of everything already. Yeah, like your sim should be able to do homework on there and stuff. I'm thinking maybe I'll add the journal activity thing that we got from Parenthood. Just as a little something to do in here since there's no computer. But aside from that, I feel like that's kind of good. Let's put in a rug for a little bit of extra pizzazz. I'm just not sure which rug. That's a bit too like kitty. I mean, this could be cute. It's pretty generic, but I don't know. I feel like maybe this room looks more dated than the rest of the house, so I kind of want to work on making it feel cohesive again. I mean, this is a pretty nice rug. It's very simple and like dainty, but I feel like that's the whole vibe of this room, so I think that could work. I feel like the big curtains aren't gonna work with this desk. There's a lot of clipping, so I might go ahead and use these base game ones. Maybe in pink could be really cute. Yeah, and then I guess we can also do it on this side there. And maybe just like a picture on the wall. And then we could call it a day for this room and finish up the basement and be done. I don't know what kind of pictures to put. I feel like we need like a picture of some flowers or something. This feels very grand for this room, so maybe not that. Perhaps I could do like the gallery wall, but I don't really see that there. Could do something with like horses. I feel like it's kind of random though. I don't really like. I guess I could do a poster, but the poster doesn't feel quite right either. I didn't use any of those pictures, so maybe I'll use these basement treasure ones in this room instead. That's cute, I think. Should they be on the same line, maybe? No, I kind of like them staggered. Okay, I think that's pretty cute for just like a small little room. So let's go ahead and do the basement quickly, and then we'll be done this build. And we can add yet another one to my save file, because I think this will be for my save file. I'm not sure I'll do all of them as dated as this one in terms of the interior. For the exterior, they'll all be like relatively the same in that manner, but for the interior, I might work on making some of them a little bit more modern, just so there's like a bit more variety and it doesn't feel like a weird time shift when you visit other Sims homes, you know? So for this, we're just gonna do a little utility room here. So I'm just gonna put in a washer, dryer, and a sink of some variety. Though I feel like the washer and dryer should be fun colored, just to match the rest of the house. Maybe we'll go with yellow. But in terms of the sink, what kind of sink would be right beside it? Maybe I'll use this one. This looks pretty dated. And I think maybe some cabinetry above could be nice. Maybe we'll just go with the cabinets we used upstairs. Should probably center that light a little bit. But we could use the cabinets we used upstairs. I'll just do like a little bit of clutter on top of here. I don't think I'll go too crazy. I think I'll put some laundry detergent, maybe some towels, and like a cleaning bucket. But I'll put the cleaning bucket under the sink actually. Here, let me take another detergent bottle and then I'm just gonna size it down to give like a hint of variety. And we'll straighten out this basket and we will switch the colors of that and of that. And maybe we'll just have like some towels. Ooh, actually, let's put the laundry basket on top of the laundry. Cute. And then I think maybe a little broom could be nice. And I guess if we are gonna have laundry, we'll need to put the laundry basket in here. So let's just do this one and put it in the corner. And then this way it's really easy for your Sims to do laundry because they don't have to spend like 3 in-game hours wandering the whole house collecting the laundry and putting it in, you know? So this way it's a bit easier for gameplay. And maybe again I'll add like another standing mat. Okay, now lastly, let's do this little desk area. I don't want to use this desk. That was just placeholder. So let's also, before I do that, I kind of think I want this room to be tiled the way the bathroom is. Yeah, I think that's cuter. Okay, anyways, focus. I was going to work on the desk, so I could do, I don't know if I want it to be like a little more scattered or a little more intentional. Maybe we'll do a little bit more scattered, so I don't think I want to have like a big fancy desk. Something older looking could work. Maybe I'll just use this one. Looks like a like this. Is this like the oldest looking computer we have? I could do the typewriter computer. Maybe I'll do that instead because you know, they didn't have computers in the 60s, but they did have typewriters. So we can pretend that this is just a typewriter instead of like a computer, and then it, you know, it makes a little bit more sense for the storyline I'm going for. And then we just need a chair for the desk. I could do something rolly, maybe. Or just like I am struggling to think of what chair could work. Maybe I just need to not overthink it and just pick a chair. The yellow one's cute. I don't mind that. Yeah, I'll just put these extra chairs in the corner. Just like a a little bit of decor. Your Sims can still get in through this other door even if this one's blocked, so I'm not too concerned about that. I wonder if there's any like last minute hobbies I should put down here. Like, should I put a guitar down here? Maybe that's kind of been forgotten about. And maybe I don't know what else I could put down here. That I feel like that's honestly pretty good. Maybe I'll just put a standing light over in this corner. I kind of want to use the broken one from the basement treasures kit. That works. And then maybe I'll put a little rug under here. Maybe I'll just use this laundry day one, but size doesn't quite fit. I was gonna say size down, but it doesn't really fit. Maybe we don't need a rug. I mean, it's just the basement after all, so what we do need though is a railing for these stairs, because that's dangerous right there. So we'll go ahead and add that. And yeah, I guess we'll just put a lamp and a plant and call it a day for this desk. Maybe I'll use again the broken lamp. And then we'll just find a plant. Or maybe no plant, because I mean, it's in the basement. I feel like they wouldn't think to come down here to water it. So let's just take a peek at the clutter items and see what we could put down here. Maybe we'll just put like some paper stacks. I feel like that makes sense. We could also throw something on top of this chair. I like the idea of there just being like junk down here, so that's kind of what I'm gonna do. But for on top of this chair, what's like a random item we could put there? Maybe we'll put the toolbox on it, actually. I feel like that works. Okay, cute. I almost want to delete the light there so it feels more like basement-y. I like that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say that's done, so let's just go ahead and move on to the tour. So we have the outside here in all its glory. It is definitely like one of the more simpler exteriors I've done, but I like that I added a couple of like little extra scuff marks, just add a little bit of character, and like the lamp and the mailbox and stuff. And I do really like this planter situation that I did. I think that's super cute, but I think in terms of like comparing it to the reference photo, I think it's pretty adorable. The landscaping is very minimal. I almost feel like I could put like a swing set out here, to be honest. And then we have like the side of the house. I really like the side of the house. I miss side doors. Bring side doors back. Here's the back of the house, again with like that planter situation and just like a little grilling area, so that's all pretty tame. And then this side of the house is like nothing to write home about, but yeah. And then we come on into here and we have our little entranceway. Maybe I could go into like the tab mode so you can see it better. We have this little hallway here. Got our little coat situation. Then we come on in. Also, in case you're curious, I put carpet on the ceiling, mainly because I felt like it was giving popcorn ceiling vibes. I'm not sure if that's entirely 60s, but it definitely feels dated. But just pretend it's not carpet, okay? But anyways, we have the little dining room area here. And we have our little living room. I think the living room's cute. It's definitely like small and quaint, but it does, you know, communicate that 60s vibe. I might take a screenshot right here actually in case I want to use this. Yeah, our little breakfast setup with like our coffee and stuff. And then we come on in through this way and we have our cute little kitchen. She's small, but she's cute. I like the wooden vibes I went with, and I love that I use this tile, and I like that the kitchen goes out through the side door. You can see my sim over there. Yeah, I think it's super cute. I like the color scheme, and I like that we were able to make everything work with that. And then moving on from there, we come into the bathroom. Again, nothing crazy. Yeah, she's pretty simple. And then we'll go ahead and check out the parents' bedroom. And then in here, very cohesive. I feel like this is probably my least favorite room if I had to pick one. It maybe feels a bit more like modern compared to the rest of the house, but it's at least cohesive in terms of colors, so that's cute. And then we go on into the teens' bedroom. I think their room's really cute, and I like that this window's still functional so they can get out if they wanted to. Yeah, super cute. And then we'll go on downstairs and we'll take a look. So we'll come down the stairs and we've got our little like knickknacks and stuff, and then our desk. I forgot what that's called. I like that I made it a little bit darker in here. And then you come on through and we've got our little utility room. And that is it for this house. Anyways, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I really hope you have enjoyed watching me build this 60s, 70s nostalgic sort of home. If you did, make sure to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to see some future content. And hopefully I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.